Hello and welcome to yet another episode from motherbitcoin. I have something to show the people who watch this channel. You may or may not know it if you understand a lot about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but you're getting information literally weeks before the people who are well known in this space, the YouTube influencers, give that same information to you that I've given you weeks ago. Here's a quick example. If you remember, I always talk about the Bitcoin from $7,000 to $10,000 window and how Bitcoin will go in and out of $10,000 because of its number and how it's manipulated by whales. Well, look at this. This is like the #1 crypto influencer on YouTube. I'll show you this. Let's see if I can get the volume all the way up. Volume's up. Put the video where it should be, right about here, and hit the button. And now listen to what this guy says. This is today's video. It's information you got from me weeks ago. Here we go.
Tyler analysis, TA, which I base on the fundamentals and by looking at some patterns within charts. So, pulling out Bitcoin's chart since February 5th, it's easy to see what is going on. 10K is such a psychological number. Why do you think within the past 2 weeks we have been under 10K and above 10K 3 times already? Whales, especially on the leverage exchanges, understand human psychology and a number like 10K. Thus, they are going to manipulate public sentiment from bullish to bearish and back. Which is totally obvious when you pull out Datamish's liquidation chart over the same time frame. Green bars are short liquidations. Red bars
So what you're
are
getting
long.
here, let me pause it.
It all began on February 5th. Shorts.
The information he's giving you is the exact same information I've been giving you for the last month and a half. And this is today's information. So why is this relevant? This is relevant because if you're wanting to make money in cryptocurrency, you can watch this channel and understand why the things that I say, if you're paying attention to the things I'm saying, and I'm not trying to sound pompous or like 我是非常骄傲的人，我是骄傲的人，我怎么都知道那个关于虚拟货币，我怎么都知道。It's not I'm trying to tell people like, oh, listen to how right I am. It comes across as that way, but that's not what's going on here. I'm simply telling people what I do. You know, I was telling people, not in the channel, I like Tezos, invest in Tezos. Tezos in a month has gone up 150%. Now, what's very interesting in telling about Tezos and very important to you, the viewers right now, is you buy Tezos. Tezos went up 150% in a month. Meanwhile, Bitcoin went up something like 30%. Okay, so what's telling is when Bitcoin drops, Tezos, because it went up 150%, that should have dropped at a very high level, but it only went down about the same amount, maybe slightly less than Bitcoin dropped. So what I'm telling you in no uncertain terms right now is that I think I'm going to redo this video. Yeah, I need to redo this video. I'll look at it and see what I've done so far, but the sound was poor and jeepneys are driving by and I don't think people can understand what I'm saying completely. But because Bitcoin dropped and Tezos only dropped the same amount, okay, or even less, this shows you that the money put into Tezos in this last month where it went up 150% is there to stay. And because Tezos is backed by many billionaires, among them including Tim Draper of Draper Associates and Draper University, another billionaire. And Tezos is widely started by Mr. Brightman, and it's being endorsed by some of the most powerful people and companies in the world. So I'm telling you now that I think from now, for the next foreseeable maybe month or so, 2 months, 6 months perhaps, watch the channel, I would be in Tezos to some degree. I took my holdings of Ethereum and I put those in Tezos. Now, another thing I want to say, and I said this yesterday, is do not, when you have, let's say you have one full Bitcoin, only put like 10% of that one Bitcoin in any altcoin like Tezos. 如果你要玩另外一个虚拟货币，你只要用那个1/10%放在那边. You don't want to take half of your Bitcoin and put it in any altcoin. That's very dangerous, so I'm not recommending that. However, I am saying to people who wish to get a higher return for their money and a higher return in Bitcoin that it's very important that you focus on Tezos now. And a big sign, a very bullish sign, why this I believe so much that I'm right. I put in, as I told you in yesterday's video, I put in 2.4 Bitcoin into Tezos. Well, after I did such a thing, Bitcoin itself went down, 它跌下去了，然后它涨回来了，然后它这样子是正常啊，它会一直这样做 and that's okay.